Brian Moreland, or better known as EDP445, has fallen from superstardom and now is just being mocked and bullied online by millions of people. And all of the negativity is well deserved, as Brian has been found out to be a child predator, and he has seen his entire community taken away from him in a blink of an eye. Normal people can see that he has lost his career because of his actions, but it seems that he just can't accept the reality of that he will no longer be able to make a space here online. And he's decided that he wanted to defend his name recently in hope of bringing back the career that he so truly lost. EDP came out with an interview claiming that he was set up by Chet Goldstein, claimed that the entire thing was just method acting for a bigger role in a much bigger production down the line. But there's a ton of evidence that shows that Brian is just lying, and there's already some people who are out there claiming that the entire thing is a joke, and apparently he has already fully embraced that he will never come back and he's just trying to have fun with it, which is kind of sad. The first bit of evidence that we have to discuss is the alleged screenshots taken from the emails between EDP and Chet. And it would be hard to claim that these are actually real emails. If you look at the photoshopped images, it looks like they're photoshopped by a 5th grader at best, but since EDP likes 5th graders, maybe he's trying to score some extra cool points with them. Another topic that needs to be discussed about this entire thing is, how did Chet and the rest of the crew have both pictures and text messages between EDP and the alleged minor? And considering the fact that they have pictures of his literal penis, he must be that deep into acting like a child predator that he may slowly just be embracing it himself. Another thing that was pointed out is, if it really was a tryout, why would you bring a actor to a random apartment complex? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to take EDB to an office, or at the very, like, a studio or an office? Like, it makes no sense that they decided to take him to a Rite Aid and then move him over to a random apartment to act like a child predator. That just blows my mind that stuff is set up like that. There are also some other small things that don't make any sense and that do need to be addressed, that starts with him saying, "I went home," all of a sudden hell breaks loose. But yet it took several days for the sting to actually go public. So how, as soon as you got home, all hell broke loose? If this really was a setup from Chet, why hasn't EDP at the very least decided to come out and talk about it for like the last 2 years? Or, considering the fact that the amount of trauma and emotional abuse that he has received over the last 2 years over this alleged setup, why hasn't he sued for any damages, or at the very least attempted to like clear his name up until now? But this whole predator thing was a big misunderstanding, right? Like he says. But how can you defend at that point that you were exposed by Cold Raven? Like, it's crazy. It's apparently you've been method acting as a child predator for how long now? Like, it just seems like a very poor decision to anyone with a brain. So this has to be just some big joke by EDP just to get his name back out there for another random TikTok that TikTok's not going to ban for another year. So there's the entire little EDP situation. Bro's faking like emails and stuff to try to get his career back, but it's not going to work.